Just when momentum seemed to be building for Artemis II, NASA uncovered another technical issue, this time inside the rocket's upper stage. Not a hydrogen leak, not a countdown glitch, a helium flow anomaly in the Interim Cryogenic Propulsion Stage. And it's serious enough that NASA is preparing to roll the entire Space Launch System back to the vehicle assembly building. So what exactly went wrong? How did engineers detect it? And does this change the mission's trajectory? Let's break it down carefully, because this update changes more than just a date. The new issue centers on the rocket's upper stage, and that distinction matters. According to NASA's official mission blog update on February 21st, engineers identified an anomaly in the helium system of the Interim Cryogenic Propulsion Stage, or ICPS, during post-test data reviews. This wasn't something visible on the pad. It wasn't a dramatic plume or leak. It appeared in telemetry, subtle performance data that didn't match expected helium flow parameters. That tells us something critical. This problem was detected through deep systems analysis, not surface symptoms. Helium might sound secondary, but it is not optional hardware. In cryogenic propulsion systems, helium is used to pressurize propellant tanks and maintain proper flow conditions for extremely cold liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen. Without stable tank pressurization, engine performance can fluctuate. That's why the ICPS, built by United Launch Alliance and powered by an RL-10 engine, relies on precise helium regulation to function as designed. What makes this especially important is that this stage performs the trans-lunar injection burn. It is responsible for sending the Orion spacecraft out of Earth orbit toward the Moon. Any irregularity in helium flow directly touches the reliability of that maneuver. That's why NASA is not treating this as a minor tweak. Now here's the part that shifts the timeline. NASA announced it is preparing to roll the rocket back from Launch Complex 39B at Kennedy Space Center to the vehicle assembly building for further troubleshooting. Rollback decisions are not taken lightly. If engineers believed this could be resolved quickly at the pad, they would have stayed put. Instead, the data suggests deeper access is required. That choice alone signals that this is not just another sensor calibration issue. It means hardware access is necessary. And that has consequences. The decision to roll back the rocket almost certainly affects the March launch window. Multiple spaceflight reporters note that this move makes a March liftoff highly unlikely. And this isn't about convenience. Lunar launch windows are governed by orbital mechanics. Artemis II must depart during specific alignment opportunities to achieve the correct trajectory around the Moon and return safely. Rollback is a complex operation. The 322-foot-tall Space Launch System must be secured on its mobile launcher, transported slowly back along the crawlerway, and positioned inside the vehicle assembly building. Once there, technicians can access ICPS components in a controlled indoor environment. That allows more invasive inspections, potentially involving helium system valves, regulators, or plumbing. This sequence takes time, and time matters when launch windows are measured in days, not months. But here's where critical analysis becomes important. The Helium Anomaly was discovered after a wet dress rehearsal, a full fueling test designed to simulate launch conditions. That means the system was operating under realistic cryogenic stress when the data irregularity appeared. In other words, this wasn't a random discovery. It emerged during the exact kind of stress test meant to uncover weaknesses before flight. That's not failure. That's the purpose of testing. Still, for a mission that has already experienced hydrogen-related troubleshooting in earlier rehearsals, the optics are challenging. Observers are beginning to ask whether repeated cryogenic handling issues reflect normal first-flight maturation, or whether ground processing fragility is becoming a pattern. NASA's public posture suggests caution, not crisis. Officials emphasize that this is precisely why crewed missions undergo extended testing. The agency has not canceled the mission. It has not indicated structural redesign. It has indicated investigation. And that distinction matters, because this is the first crewed SLS flight. There's no appetite for close enough. The deeper question isn't whether March slips. It's what this tells us about the health of the Artemis program's technical rhythm. First, let's be clear. Artemis II is not in danger of cancellation. NASA continues preparing the Orion spacecraft and supporting systems. The issue is isolated to the upper stage helium system. and rollback enables detailed resolution. That means the mission remains intact, just not necessarily on its original calendar. Second, we must separate schedule anxiety from engineering reality. Cryogenic propulsion systems are among the most unforgiving environments in aerospace. Liquid hydrogen operates near minus 253 degrees Celsius. Liquid oxygen is similarly extreme. Materials contract, seals stiffen, flow dynamics change under pressure. Helium systems exist precisely to stabilize that volatile environment. When telemetry flags something outside expected thresholds, engineers do not gamble, they investigate. Third, this situation reinforces a crucial lesson for Artemis followers. Momentum in spaceflight is nonlinear. Progress does not move in straight lines. Wet dress rehearsals are not ceremonial, they are stress laboratories. When the data reveals anomalies, that is not embarrassment, that is mission assurance working. So what should we learn from this? We should learn that high visibility missions often appear smooth only after countless invisible corrections. We should recognize that rollback decisions, while disappointing, reflect procedural discipline. And we should understand that the Artemis architecture, including Orion, SLS, ICPS, and ground systems, is still proving itself in crude configuration. The March window may fade, April may become the new target, or additional refinement could extend beyond that. But the larger takeaway is this: NASA is willing to trade calendar certainty for hardware certainty. And for a mission sending astronauts around the moon for the first time in more than 50 years, that trade is not optional, it's essential. Artemis II has not been canceled. It has not failed. It has encountered another real-world engineering obstacle, and NASA has chosen to confront it methodically. The helium anomaly inside the ICPS triggered a rollback because the data demanded deeper inspection. That decision likely removes March from contention and shifts attention to later windows. But here's the real tension. Are we witnessing healthy caution before a historic lunar return? Or the early signs of schedule strain in a complex launch system still maturing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on space exploration and scientific discoveries. Your support truly makes a difference and helps this channel grow. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.